Welcome to Late Breakfast. I'm Taurian B.
I'm First Class Regg.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here to talk about R&B in 2020, the top R&B albums that have been released this year. We're just going to, discuss it. Everybody, the rules are you just give your top three and we just talk about it. This was a stay-at-home year, so I think it was a little bit easier to digest certain R&B. During this COVID stay-at-home year. So I'm gonna just kick it off, and I'm just gonna list off some of the R&B albums that dropped this year. The Weekend After Hours, Janae Aiko, Chilombo.
Janae Aiko, bro. Come on now.
That's fine. Chloe and Halle, Ungodly Hour, Division, Amusing Her Feelings. Kehlani in that album cover, Lord, it was good until it wasn't. Tiana Taylor, the album. Brandy B7. Ty Dolla $ign, featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Justin Bieber, Changes.
Oh, we counting that?
I mean, he wants.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I didn't listen.
He went out of his way to say, like, "Yo, I wanted this to be an R&B album."
He fought with the Grammy board. Who cares?
Thundercat, it is what it is. Alicia Keys, Alicia. Ariana Grande, Positions. Don Toliver, Heaven or Hell. Donald Glover, 3/15/20. Black, the Hot EP. Giveon, Take Time. Rojane's Romantic. Young Thug and Chris Brown, Slime and B. Danny Lay, the movie. Cash Page, Teenage Fever. 070 Shake. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Party Next Door, Party Mobile. The Dream, Sex Tape 4. Bryson Tiller, Anniversary. And Queen Naija, Misunderstood. Those, and then also...
Did you say Brent Fayez? I didn't hear that.
I didn't. I missed it. I missed that one.
And what about Kehlani Leonard?
Whatever ones you wanted, like those. I'm just saying the ones that I notable that I know that I actually listened to, and St. John's new project, like that's like hip hop, R&B borderline, but like that was one of the standout projects.
That's what we call melodic rap now.
Melodic rap.
I mean, he's singing way more than rapping on that though, so I get why there's.
Yeah, and I don't even count Don Toliver to be part of that R&B lineup.
I don't even.
Did you say Trey Songz?
Oh shit, Trey Songz did have an album this year, and I actually wasn't really
I didn't even check that out, but we can talk about it.
And the Jessie Reyez album was this year too.
We could talk about it.
And Kiana, I don't know how to pronounce her name properly.
Oh, Kiana, lady, some whatever her name.
Yeah, I was trying to look it up because I don't know how to pronounce it.
All good. So whatever albums I didn't list, you listed off when I asked you in your top three. So guys, I want to go around the boxes and ask everybody, their top three, their favorite R&B releases from 2020. Who wants to kick it off? Ladies first.
No, I want all y'all to go first so I could tell y'all how y'all wrong after.
Oh shit!
She already told me what she's going with, and we're not gonna agree.
All right, cool. Who wants to kick it off?
Right.
Reggie knows where the smoke is at.
I'll go ahead. So my three: Victoria Monet, Jaguar, one of my favorite albums. She wrote a lot of Ariana Grande's.
Very fire.
She wrote a lot of Ariana Grande's new album as well. And you can hear her fingerprints all over that album.
Yeah, that's a good
definitely Giveon's album, Take Time. What else? Featuring Ty Dolla $ign was definitely one of my favorites, but I gotta put it in a tie with Thundercat's record as well.
Okay.
Definitely.
Damn,
bro, there's like two of my picks right there.
Okay,
I'm taking notes. I'm memorizing this.
You up next, Eli?
For me, what I'm gonna go with this year, I'm gonna go with Giveon. I'm gonna go with Thundercat, and I'm gonna go with Brent Fayez. And honorable mention, I'm gonna go with Liv.
Okay.
See, he can never just do three ever.
I can't ever give y'all just three, man.
Danny.
Brent Fayez, hands down, is my favorite project this year for R&B. I'm gonna go. Giveon was up there and Thundercat, but just to throw it off a little bit, I did not expect to like Jesse Reyes' album. Fuck. It was not the fuck. What's her Before Love Came to Kill Us. I always skimped over a lot of her songs, maybe besides Imported. But I was actually more impressed than not. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I just want to throw one out there that hasn't been said. And Don Tolliver actually was a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect to enjoy that the way I did. And if anything, I'll put that as a tie with the St. John. But St. John, I already know, is delivered each and every time. I just find him more R&B than I do find him rap.
Okay, wait. So just to make sure, because I'm writing these down. You said Brent, Giveon, and Jesse Reyes, and then you gave us a fourth like Eli did?
No, I'm the Giveon. I'm saying that was already stated. Those would be my top two, but those were already stated. So I went and gave the newer one.
I bet. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure I was clear. Thank you.
LaShawn, what you got?
I got, so these are all personal favorites. I don't really care about. All right, so coming in at number one is Division. I'm using her feelings.
I'm surprised no one said it before you. I'm surprised no one said it before you.
We were leaving that for him. That's OVO captain right there.
That, and I had a lot of sex to that album, so that's a personal favorite. Number two, Giveon. But as crazy as it sounds, his EP, I know we doing albums only, but that EP he put out, that shit was just remarkable.
You can mention an EP as well too.
Okay, so I'll combine the two. If like God willing, he does like a Take Time deluxe and he adds the records from the EP. That he got my two. And my three, it's a tiebreaker because it's a personal favorite, but Bryce's Anniversary, I feel like he bounced back off of everybody saying he was over with, and Brandy's B7.
Woo!
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And Brandy came back. Well, she didn't come back, but she I guess it was one of those like
borderline.
Don't y'all ever in your lives leave me out of this conversation again.
How dare y'all?
Yeah, the audacity.
Nah, Brandy, and then she pulled up also for that R&B cipher too. Like,
yeah,
Brandy made sure she this year, and then versus she was like, no, you're gonna put some respect on my name. Yeah.
Lost versus.
So I Reg, you up next.
No, she didn't. Shut up.
Nah, she did lose the verses.
She lost the verses.
All right, it's my turn. You guys are crazy. The first one for me, I have Division. Like LA said, such a great album. That album, like it has so much like rotation. Division hasn't missed yet. I think number two, I'm gonna go with Brent Faiyaz. Fuck the World album is amazing. Chopped and Screwed managed to even take it next level. Like it made it even better.
Yes.
It's such a short and sweet listen. Like, and I'm waiting for his new shit because Dead Man Walking, that
it's
shit
amazing.
Fire. Like I play that shit over and over. It's such a good song. Xavier Omar had a really good
nice.
That
Very
shit,
nice.
he's really, really, really good. And like he dropped that and kind of just fell back. Like I don't know what else he's doing, but I'm looking forward to it. And I want to throw a fourth in there. Kiana Lady had a really good album. I was surprised. I was surprised that it was that good. I gave Felix a lot of shit about her. It's because he was comparing her to someone else that I really like. But Kiana Lady's album is really dope too. So that was my fourth. That's my honorable mention.
All right, I'm up next. So Ro James's project is a project that's in heavy rotation for me. I'm a big Ro James fan. Second was Kehlani's album. It came out at the top of the year. So like I just kept going back to it and kept listening to it. Nice flowy album. Chloe and Halle also put out a really good project. But I just think that I don't know. I guess because like they're Beyonce's artists, they don't get recognized like how they should. I don't know. It's weird.
I feel like they get too recognized. I don't like them at all.
I feel like they almost come like they're gonna be in our face no matter what. So I think for them it's gonna be harder to wow us, if that makes sense.
You know who I feel like should get more props? Van Jess.
I agree.
And Jess.
Yeah.
Van Jess is so incredibly underrated.
Slow down.
Like, dude, like their record that they came out with a few months ago, Come Over. I'm surprised that's not all over the charts.
Yeah.
My God, that's a bop. Like,
yeah.
It's just because music doesn't feel the same this year. Like it's really hard to catch the feeling we would normally feel off of music.
I think that more for like hip hop, not for R&B. I feel like if anything, you feel the R&B a little bit more because you're home chilling, and you can actually like
some of the R&B I need to be out to enjoy. Some I'm
with Danny on that one. I gotta be outside.
I need to be dealing with people to enjoy it, and this thing at home shit is trash.
All right, so I'm gonna finish up.
I don't need
if you can't be messy to R&B, it's not that fun.
Exactly. If you can't be messy to R&B, what's the point?
Exactly.
This is men talking. That's why. Yes.
There's women talking too. Come on, y'all be messy.
I'm gonna finish up. And since some of y'all added a fourth one, St. John is that fourth one for me. I really enjoy it. His project.
That wave.
I like Ghetto Lenny, man. He's like a dark skinned Regg to me, man. Like
Me too. Yo, he sounds like black '90s alternative music to me at times, if that makes sense. I really like it a lot.
I like his whole aesthetic. I like everything that he does and what he brings to the game.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
facts. I don't like all of his records, but I'm a fan.
Yeah,
like
all right,
I'm a fan.
Off that alone.
Right, and last but not least, Mo Bigger, you have the floor, ma'am.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, so
this better be a hell of a list.
Mute yourselves now. You're gonna be tight.
Put us in our place.
I just realistically, you look at this list and it's very misogynistic. It's number one because I physically wrote down everything that you guys just said. A few of you have some like women hitting there, but like LaShawn is all men. Danny gave us just
Brandy's a man.
Oh, you did say Brandy, but you tied Bryson with Brandy.
Yeah, these are my personal favorites. Yes.
Okay.
Which is a little weird pairing, if we're being honest.
Eli gave that Bryson album.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now my favorite.
No. I gave you Live. That's Erykah Badu's.
Wait. You gonna break us down, or you gonna give us your list?
I was gonna say it right now, but I let y'all talk. So if I had to go, my number 3, I would go. How do you say her name? Kiani Ledin.
Kiana Ledin.
I would definitely go that as my number 3. My number 2 is definitely Kalani. My number 1 is Tiana Taylor, the album. Even if I go through my Apple replay, I have the most hours for Tiana Taylor. See, look.
Nah.
I don't understand the beat.
But wait, because you had Jhené Aiko at number 2 on that list, but you didn't name her.
No, because I feel like it says I listened to 30 hours of Jhené. It doesn't say what album I listened to of Jhené.
All right, that's true. What's your honorable mention?
Giveon. Givion's my honorable mention. I've put so many hours into that man's music, but it's also like what LaShawn says. I feel like I wish they were together because it's between the actual album that came out and the EP. I wish they were together, but I don't understand the beef against Tiana's album. I feel like she gave us I can listen from song. Me and Danny were talking about this the other day. Tiana's album has 24 tracks. I can listen from like track number 5 all the way through.
And that's the problem.
Repeat.
That's the problem.
It's too many songs.
For my preference, and I'm sorry, Danny, for my preference, I don't like long R&B albums. Not that long.
Yeah.
Long ass R&B albums like that. Like I was already checked out when I saw the track list. I heard it. I listened to it because I do like Tiana Taylor, and I'm like rooting for Tiana Taylor. It's just that musically, I never get what I want from her. I feel like the R&B artists that I gravitate toward, they give me their identity in their music, and I don't get who she is in her music.
Yeah, I kind of feel like with Tiana Taylor, it's cool. It's just not better than so many more options there were this year. And I kind of feel like there's been such a, you guys need to hear what I really want to do. You need to hear what I really want to do. And then when she really does what she really wants to do, it's like, How is
This is what we were waiting
that much
for.
better than what was already put out?
Exactly.
Okay, I'll give Reggie the fact of it's like when Chris Brown drops an album and there's 40 tracks on there. I automatically check out. I don't want to listen to it. It's too much for me.
Oh no, I'm invested.
No, I'm not. I cannot listen to that many songs. Every time Chris Brown does it, I'm just like, oh no, I'm not here for it. I'll listen to the first 5
I wait
songs.
for Felix to give me the edit that he had.
This project that he dropped with Thugger was really good.
That was short. That was short too. It was like what, like 12.
Because Thug was like, all right, that's enough, nigga.
Do you think that if this was 10, 15 years ago, where we wanted albums that were that long, you would process it differently than our attention spans for albums now?
I still want albums that long. I love that. Tiana's album wasn't on my list because it was a top 3. But I loved that her album was that long. I absolutely loved that.
Enjoy her album.
For me,
what
turned
had,
me off. Go ahead.
Like I feel like it takes balls to drop an album with that many tracks and have it conceptually make sense. Unlike Chris Brown, like for me it worked.
The shit, the thing that. Go ahead, Justin.
Nah, Eli, go ahead.
The thing that turned me off about Tiana Taylor's album, I was super disappointed, was one, obviously it was the 24 tracks. After that, immediately I'm going straight to the first track on the album, where it's like 4 to 5 minutes long of her giving birth. And I'm sorry, like I know that that's a personal moment, but keep that a personal moment. I don't want to hear you giving birth. I don't want to hear the child being pushed out and chopping off the umbilical cord. Like she gave us that whole entire process. Okay, I don't want to hear none of that.
You could delete that one track.
And I'm fine with that. But that first song, and you said like the album doesn't kick off for you up until the 5th track.
Her and I called him. What did I call him last night? Quavo, whatever.
Quavo.
And she was calling Quavo
the album
Quavo
doesn't pick up until then.
Quavo.
Those 5 songs, those 5 songs are important songs, especially if you're hyping up your album to be like this great R&B album, because we know that you're an amazing performer. We know that you can sing your ass off. Keep That Same Energy was a beautiful, probably close to perfect R&B project. But this album was a huge letdown because, like, 1, we got 24, 2, you giving birth, and 3, the album starts off mad slow. So I couldn't.
Well, if you guys take anything from this conversation for me, at least go back into it and go from Bear With Me to Friends, from 14 to
100% will. I absolutely will.
Just at least give me that. Bear With Me is my #1 played song for the year. I've had over 200 plays of that song.
Oh yeah, Bear With Me is dope, and the video was really dope.
Bear With Me, Lose Each Other.
The one that she has with P. Diddy's son. What's his
King Combs.
How Do You Want It? That's number 21. I told you to go from 14 to 20.
That shit
I actually like that track.
I love that record.
There's some great tracks on there. It's just
as a collective whole, you guys have a problem.
As a collective whole, it doesn't wow me. It's too long. And honestly, like if we go into the scope of 10, 15 years ago, this wouldn't wow me with, I feel like there was a lot more other things going on that would have wowed me more than this project at the time.
Yeah.
I'm starting a clubhouse room about this because everybody hates this album and I just don't understand it.
Oh, we literally said we don't hate it. We literally said we don't hate it. We're just saying there's so much better than it.
All right, so
there's a lot to like about this album. It's got something for everybody.
Yeah,
like
the album.
I only ran through the album once, but I was like, yo, like there's some shit on here. Like I feel that way about all of our albums, honestly.
How did y'all feel about the Weeknd's album?
I don't like him.
Yeah, I'm good.
I
care less.
For personal reasons, I've stopped listening to the Weeknd, but I've heard things from it, and it's just he's at the point where he's in that alternative / what they want to call alternative R&B, but it's really pop R&B.
Blinding Lights was amazing though.
I don't think it's a bad thing for him. I just think he's in a different stratosphere, and he doesn't make music specifically for his original demographic anymore. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think he's just reached a place where he's making music for where he's at, and he's on another level that we don't understand his lifestyle no more.
Can we talk about his collab with Calvin Harris, the most recent one, Over Now, and how that shit sounded like Michael McDonald and it was on some fly shit though? I mean, need more collabs like that.
I enjoyed that too.
Yo, there's so much, like, I don't want to ever hear anybody talk about how there's no good R&B out, there's no new R&B out. There's like, I literally mentioned like an artist that nobody fucks with that makes amazing music, and a Weekend record with Calvin Harris that nobody heard that's so amazing. Like, what is happening here?
That is weird. Another artist that dropped a project that everybody was kind of like anticipating was Ty Dolla $ign. He dropped Ty Dolla $ign featuring Ty Dolla $ign. And one thing that I'll say about him is that it seems like everybody wants a particular album from him because they like different things from him. And this project, like, you know, he kind of like spoke to some fans, and the consensus from what I've heard is that people either love it or hate this album. How do you guys feel about it?
I like it, but I
think he dropped it at the wrong time.
Go ahead, Bigger.
I loved it. I loved it. I
really
ate
like
it up.
I really like it. I think it's it's kind of unfortunate that Ty Dolla $ign doesn't get the same support that I feel like he puts out. He's been saving careers for the past few years. Like, he's on all these artists' albums, and I kind of had like the Meek Mill effect in my head where I was like, yo, when he drops this album, I feel like all these fucking artists should post it, and they didn't, because he was on all their albums. He's been helping out all these artists for like 2 to 3 years now. Like, yeah. Ty Dolla $ign has been that signature touch. Yeah, longer than that, Jess. And
I feel like 2015-ish.
He's been that signature touch. I feel like all these artists should have rallied around Ty Dolla $ign's album, and they didn't. And it was a really solid album. I mean, granted, a lot of them were on it, but I don't think that was enough. I feel like they should have vocalized how much he held it down. Like, this was a really good album. Free TC is still my favorite from him, but featuring Ty Dolla $ign was no slouch. It was pretty good.
That's what
I
think.
My issue with him is that I enjoy him for his features. I think Horses in the Stable is the only song that's actually his that I like, oh my God, I need this. But usually when I listen to his album, which is why I skimmed through it, I feel lackluster. So that's why it didn't do much for me this time. But I do love Ty Dolla $ign. It's not like I don't love him. I get more of him in features.
I find that funny you say that, because like I agree with you that I like his features, but I felt like this album is just a bunch of songs he featured on, as opposed to like what I want is that TC. Like I love that TC, so I'm one of those people who wanted more from it, but I still enjoy it, and it's just really because I feel like TC showed so much of an iller angle for him. Like, we all know he could do this party shit. We all know that he could give singles. We all know that he can make other people sound better. But that Free TC was the first time he showed a different side we don't normally get from him. And that's a side that I want to see again.
Party Next Door, Party Mobile. Party Next Door is Party Mobile. Now, getting music from Party Next Door whenever Drake set him out of the basement is like very, like, you know, it's supposed to be like a big deal. And like I said again, even though like Danny said, like he needs to be outside and be around people, like a lot of R&B is like, you know, kind of like meant for, you know, you're in the crib or you're like, you know, like gloomy times. And like P&D's this project, do y'all think like he's falling off because it's not hitting like how his other projects hit? Party Mobile didn't really do it for me.
I just want to say that, first of all, I love Party Next Door. He's definitely one of my favorite artists, but everything after that trilogy was just kind of mid. I felt like he gave all of his best songs to Drake, allegedly.
Yeah.
And other artists, not just
I mean, listen, that album, to me, the album did exactly what the album title did. It was Party Mobile. That shit came and went.
Yeah, because wasn't this supposed, like, I don't know, it just, this Party Mobile.
The record he had with Rihanna, Believe It, that was kind of disappointing. It was like, oh, all right.
I think Bryson Tiller let us down. I think Party Next Door let us down. Tiana Taylor let us down. Like,
I like Bryson's album, especially, and a lot of people didn't like his collab with Drake on that album.
It's a decent album. It all sounds like cutting room records that didn't make the first album.
And Always and Forever is a hit on that album.
Oh my God.
It gave him new life. It gave him another few seconds to stand on.
So
when
with
we thought he was
Bryson,
done.
the only songs I've heard from that album is if you use Apple Music, they have an R&B Now playlist, and they have 2 Bryson songs from that album on that playlist. That's the only reason I heard those songs. I had no motivation to actually click play on that album.
Yeah. He gave us bonus records on his first album 10 years later. I thought that was really fucking odd. Like that shit was weird as hell.
Kind of kicked off.
I liked Anniversary. It had some gems. Always, Forever, I'm Ready for You.
I just never
Inhale, Out of Time. Like,
you be sitting on the gems, man. You know how to put them shits into a set, man. You got a different ear.
It's not even that. I just, it just did it for me.
I noticed that. I'm sorry, Jess. I noticed that.
I was going to ask you about Kalani because you said that Kalani was one of the albums because you had a lot of more women in your 3. So I wanted to hear from you why you felt Kalani's on your top 3.
Oh, she's like one of my favorite artists. Anything that she puts out, like I think is like the greatest thing that like since sliced butter. Not because she's fine. I just think that she knows how to put together an album. It was sequenced well. I can listen to it all the way straight through. I don't have to like stop listening to anything like that. So for me, like it was just one of those projects that like I always go back to. Like I looked at it, I was like, damn, I did listen to this album a lot. So that was.
I got a hot take.
Yo, and what about
I enjoy Kalani, but Kalani, like she had to grow on me. And honestly, I feel like once she had a kid, something about how she presents herself changed.
She said it.
Didn't.
Yo, sorry, cut you off. Sorry.
Yo, Kalani.
I didn't know. That I didn't know.
Everybody on the internet used to say that she was dirty. Everybody on the internet used to make fun of her.
She used to look like Pink, like how Pink had that, like I never showered right after. Like
I don't care. Kalani could get it.
I just didn't shower for like 2-3 days, and I just came to perform and like.
Kalani inspired one of my tattoos. Like.
Nah, she actually said it. She said that.
And so did Kanye. We're not gonna forget that. But
let him finish. Let him finish, Eli.
He said having a kid made her embrace her feminine side a little bit more, and I think that happens with all women. Like you notice your curves, you become more in tune with your body and things like that. And I think for her, it made her like kind of get rid of the tomboy side of her.
She's also mad young.
It wasn't the tomboy thing. It's like, because I don't mind the tomboy look. It's just literally, it looked like there was a layer of dirt she had yet to wash off her face.
I understand I know what you're saying, but I think that was a part of her study, like the tomboy thing. I think like, she would just wake up, like put water in her hair, put it in a ponytail, come outside, put on a pair of baggy jeans. Whereas like now, like she'll put on a dress or like she'll put on makeup or she'll wear her hair back. She
turned 25 this year.
Yeah, she's still growing up.
Wow, damn, she's mad young.
Yeah.
She was like 18, 19 years old when everybody was washing her on the freaking timeline.
Did everybody listen to Bieber and Ariana Grande's albums?
No.
I heard most of Ariana Grande's. I heard
Bieber, yeah. Bieber, but Ariana Grande,
Ariana's not a bad album. I understand why she has I understand why she has her fans, and she definitely
I drunkenly listened to Ariana's album one night when I got home. Yeah. And I was listening to the lyrical content and I was like, all right, who wrote this? And it was Victoria Monet. And I was like, oh shit. No wonder it sounds so
grown
R&B-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's no wonder it sounds the way it does. So it's
Victoria Monet proved a lot with that album too, man. Like the girl got fucking bars, The girl could fucking write.
I actually listen to that album, so when we get off of this, I'm gonna listen to that.
It's really good. Like it's that crazy one, that
I said Thundercat. I didn't listen to that either.
Thundercat's album was so fucking good.
There's certain artists that that I really, really love their voice, but I don't care for their music, and Ariana Grande is one of them. I don't need to listen to an Ariana Grande album, but I really like her voice. So like I'll watch Ariana performance just to see what she does with her voice. But I won't.
Yeah, she's got a great voice.
Her albums, like I'm just not there with her. Who else? Who did you say? Oh, Justin.
Eli wanted to bring up Black.
Yeah,
I was gonna roll into that. Eli got it.
Yeah, so Justin's album was pretty good. I mean, when you scrape when you scrape off Yummy.
Every time someone posts a TikTok with that song, it just aggravates me.
You got to just scoop that one off. And the other song that he has with Quavo, I don't really like that song either. But besides those two, solid album. I think especially toward the end, he gets on his acoustic vibe with I think That's What Love Is what it's called. Fire.
Well, back in the day, remember when he used to do those Friday random drops? I forgot how many. Like those were R&B songs.
I think his album was like the follow-up to Journals that came too little too late.
Yeah, Journals.
It was too little too late of a follow-up.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Journals too, but then I think he decided to just change it because that was the rumor for a while. Like the year prior to the album dropping, everybody was talking about Journals 2, but he just went with Yummy. I mean, changes, whatever.
People liked Purpose a lot, like after Journals. Purpose was really
Purpose was a dope album.
Yeah, that's a really good album. That's probably, to me, might be his best project. To be honest, to me.
Nah, I'm going with Journals. Journals is to me my favorite.
People was trying to replace Justin Timberlake with Justin Bieber. I hope they came to their senses.
I mean, Justin Timberlake's last album was trash.
Yeah, but that's one bad album.
It was, yeah.
So Eli wanted to get into Black. I definitely wanted to talk about it. That EP for me is dope. I think that I want more music from Black actually. But
didn't he go gold with the EP that he dropped?
I'm not sure.
I think Felix might know that.
But I think that Black is like one of like the best like songwriters out. Like
period. Yeah. I feel like his next project is gonna be like a really, really good one. Like this was just like a little appetizer because I think this EP was like 4 or 5 songs, if I remember correctly.
Six. I just pulled it up. It was 6 songs.
6 songs. There you go.
That's what ATL Freestyle, Long Nights, Flow, Know My Rights, Elephant in the Room, and Outside. Outside is my favorite song on this.
Elephant in the Room is a fire.
I'm always the person that likes the last like 3 songs in every album, like the little album cut.
Yo. But can we also talk about how Her has been dropping heat all year, even though she hasn't dropped an album or an EP or anything, but all these records that she's been dropping are just amazing.
She's been giving out Lucy's.
Yep. Can we talk about how she's only really having this year, and she's one of the first like people I've never heard of an R&B artist even before her having their own Fender Stratocaster deal, like. That is fucking huge for an artist this early in their career to have that, let alone an R&B artist. Like,
Fender, she swept the Grammys like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah,
he walked out of the Grammys with like 4 or 5 awards.
Understand. Usually they only give these kind of guitars to already legends, legacies.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Stevie Von Ray's, fucking Eric Clapton's, like. Established guitarist in their career.
Do you remember what she was
years.
doing in the beginning of COVID? She was going on Instagram Live and singing acoustically with like other people who wanted to become artists or were trying to get in the industry. Or she even did live with Chloe and all of those things. So she was sitting there in her house like we are right now with a guitar singing acoustically with other people.
Yeah, but that holds no weight when it comes to getting when it comes to where you're at in your career and the person you have to be for Fender of all guitar companies to give you your own signature guitar.
I don't know.
Like that is next level superstar Steve Tyler, like not even Steve
that's
Tyler,
some real next level
Stevie
shit.
Nicks,
She's reinvented herself 3 different times.
That means shit when you're not a legend. Like this is you're taking away from what a huge.
I'm happy that she got it. I'm trying to give her some slack. Like I think she deserves this period.
I'll be honest with her. Like she is too mysterious for me.
Why? She takes off her glasses now.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying like for
she's
me, like
such a pretty girl too.
She is, but it is real. Like I know
the Vision is more mysterious than her.
I know that
we didn't know what the Vision looked like until a year ago.
I'm not raving about.
I still don't know what the Vision looks like.
I'm not raving about the Vision either. Like I'm
not a big fan of them. I like that song with Snow, and that's about it.
I like the Vision as
what?
well.
The song with Buju Banton is crazy.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, Dangerous City.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good record.
That record is a problem.
They got some shit.
But like her 2020 Damage is definitely my favorite song of
Damage
2020.
is also one of my top plays for this year. I love that song.
I love that song. I've been playing it in every single set. Like, I don't care what the theme of the party is, you're hearing Damage by her. Like,
and
it could be a reggae
out,
party and I'm playing Damage by her.
Like, listen, and Snow did her thing, and she only gave us like one record this year with that "Dying for Your Love," but that song is fucking amazing.
Oh, that song was great.
Yeah, "Dying for Your Love." That shit.
Other thoughts.
Can't wait to hear what the next album's like.
Nobody was.
I like Snow singles. I can't listen to a whole Snow project. So if she just keeps on giving me Lucy's, I can eat that up. But listening to Snow from like for 10 songs straight, it just starts to sound like one big wave of the same thing.
So you wasn't fucking with the album?
15.
I like her Lucy's. Love her Lucy's. Like, if I'm out and one song comes up, love it. But if I start listening to her consecutively, it just sounds monotone and it sounds all the same to me. It's weird.
Yeah. Okay. I get that.
And there's somebody that I wanted to mention as far as like who I'm looking forward to dropping. I know Sir is one of them. I want Sir to drop some new shit.
Sir's overdue.
I want
SZA's around the corner.
Yeah, SZA got to be dropping soon.
Pump faked us this year, man. Well, her fans did.
Yeah, wait, we're also supposed to get the Leon Bridges, I think, too, that we were supposed to get this year.
I don't really like Leon Bridges like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, me neither.
I really love Leon Bridges' voice. Like, Home just sounds like butter to my ears. I'm sorry. Like, Leon Bridges, he just hits a sound that I fucking love that's very, very, I want to say feels very retro. Like, there's a weird 50s-ness to it that I love that he hits, that it's just perfect for my ears. That I really like Leon Bridges a lot.
Nah, I feel like I'm shopping in Manhattan more when I hear Leon Bridges.
Wow.
I'm good. I'm so good on Leon Bridges.
Yeah,
can I name an indie act though? That they're
James,
kind of like
you only want commercial. You're not allowed to give your own opinion or think anything.
So there's this band from the UK named Salt, SAULT.
Yo,
they're
amazing.
I'm trying to hear the spelling so I can look it up, and you guys scream over it.
Two amazing projects.
Somebody just put me on to them yesterday, and they have. He literally stopped me and made me download it yesterday. They have an album. I think it's called it's called like Rise or some shit.
Untitled Rise. Yeah. Untitled Black Is.
Yeah.
Because I'm downloading now. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
the latest one is a beautiful project, man. That shit is so detailed with the production and the lyrics. Oh my god! I think it's a guy and a girl that's talking about them.
I just downloaded it. I'll help y'all talk about them tomorrow.
So I feel like we are about to wrap up soon, so that's cool. But I just want to name like 3 people that I feel should get more recognition going into 2021, and that's Blast. Blast, BLX.
Blast. Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
He did the Tenant thing, right? Was it him who had the Tenant song? Hold on.
I don't know the Tenant, but I know he just released the deluxe version of his album No Love Lost recently. He's amazing. Aaron Ray, I hope he gives us something in 2021. Love Aaron Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And Cash Page. Really
Cash
like
Page.
Cash
Page. Yes.
Cash Page definitely deserves to be mentioned.
She's not your ordinary R&B singer. Her voice isn't like the best.
Yep.
She's amazing.
Yep. She follows me on Twitter too.
Ow.
I was hyped about that. She be tweeting me and shit too. I'm like,
if I had 3 to give y'all that maybe you guys don't know about, it was an album that came out later of 2019 by a girl named Elaine.
Oh yes.
Her
with the curly hair.
I think we had her on the playlist.
Right. Elaine was fire. She came out, I think it was December 2019 she dropped her project, so I listened to it for the majority of this year. Thames. Have you guys heard of Thames?
No.
She's a Nigerian singer. Fire. And then I just got put onto this girl named Charlotte Day Wilson.
I know her.
She's like white chick from the UK. But those are artists that I'm like, their voices just stick out so heavily to me, and I'm really excited to hear what they do next, kind of thing.
Oh, Jess, have you ever heard of LA?
LA, first of all, I've been an LA fan for years because
I appreciate that.
He used to be on the 3 a.m. We Meet Again, the 3 a.m. We Meet Again playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, there's on the Joe Budden podcast 2017, they dropped an unreleased version of Blue featuring Sabrina Claudio. Bruh, episode 138 to be exact, because I go back to it to listen to it. You know how they do this
138? Damn, dog, that's like years ago.
It's 2017.
Jeez.
These other platforms
LA
don't pay
Blue.
us, so we don't have to promote them.
I wasn't trying to promote them. I was trying to promote that Sleeper song because it was a version that was never released. It was sent to Joe personally, and he played it as a sleeper. It's LA Blue featuring Sabrina Claudio. Bruh, song goes
that
so hard.
That gotta be on YouTube somewhere.
Probably. I should look for it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we are coming to an end. I'll say one thing that I felt that the consensus was that Giveon was the majority fave of everyone's.
Definitely MVP.
Yeah. So
everybody was talking
he's
about
definitely
that album,
rookie of the year. He's
so
definitely rookie.
So is it safe to say that we would say that that's the best R&B album of 2020?
Yeah.
No.
I think he's the best R&B artist of 2020.
Aha.
Yeah.
I think he definitely has my favorite song of the year.
Aha.
I'll say this one.
Still Your Best is one of the most toxic shit I've heard.
Yes.
I'll say this.
Yes.
One look at the timeline, and I would easily say like that might be one of the best R&B albums of 2020.
I feel that way. Even though it's not one of my favorites, I can separate my favorite from what is the truth. In my opinion, I think is the best of 2020.
I have over 150 plays of Drake because of the feature he did on Drake's project.
The Chicago Freestyle?
Right?
Yes. His little chorus on that was enough for me.
I came out.
Sounded like Sanford on that shit.
Yes.
You know what? That's how I found out about him, because he went on Twitter and said, "That's not Sanford."
That's me. Yeah.
Because of that one feature, I went into his EP, and then from there he dropped more, and it was like Giveon was my entire year.
And niggas are saying the Drake package don't work, Taurian.
I know.
Tell Blue to step his shit up.
Eli, shut the fuck up.
I never said that Drake
yes, you did.
Work.
Don't say you didn't, because we can go to video. Yes, you did. Stop it.
I really didn't.
It's on video?
Stop it. It's on video.
I would never say that. I love Drake. Are you kidding me?
So we'll wrap this one up, guys. Taurian B.
I'm First Class Regg.
Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you next time.